everybody, and welcome back. I'm Will Dragon, and we are once again back with Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. And kind of coming to the end of Act 2, we have been tasked with going to face the Drukhari pretty much in their lair. And I had a quick look around between streams. I didn't do much. I had a quick look at people's inventory. I respec Pascal. He's identical except for the fact that he now has a bit more strength. So I can go ahead and get him heavy armor, which I will do in one of the next levels coming up, so that we can go and up-equip him, basically, because he's currently very under-equipped. And so they want me to come here. Scenaris Malefius. So I believe he wants me to come to one of these 3 stars and find him, so to say. We also have to come back to Dargonus to meet the Navis Nobilate, which we can do along the way. We've also got a couple of unknown, unseen stars still down here, which I am gonna go and inspect, basically. I mean, we have to go back to Muro 79. That was for the item we went and found. So, do you know what? Let's start warp traveling. We're likely to get some events, as we're going to be going through unsafe routes. Here we go. The engine decks transformed into exotic gardens. Several chambers sprouted foliage like vaguely resembling the plants on Terra, although they exhibited a glass-like surface polished to a mirror sheen. For reflections in the plants perfectly copied surrounding objects, they did not show a single living being. Those who peered into them saw grotesque, blood-covered creatures instead, not unlike bloated abyssal fish with a pair of clawed limbs, sometimes more. Able to destroy the sinister growth, the Voidsman covered it with plasteel hoods until leaving the Immaterium, finally ridding the vessel of corruption. That's what you quite often get when going through unsafe stuff. Let's... There you go. Disturbing news came from the Navigator's Sanctum over the last few days. Allegedly, there was a vast shadow following the void ship through the depths of the Sea of Souls. Mere hours before emerging into real space, the vessel shuddered. An unidentified Leviathan had emerged from the roiling warp, wrapped its tentacles around the ship, and started squeezing, trying to crack the hull like an egg. The void ship crew did everything they could to release their vessel from the nightmarish creature's grasp. The bulkheads groaned and snapped, entire chambers depressurized, and screams of the people left alone within the warp spawn made Vox operators go mad as their hair turned grey. At last, the Navigator executed an emergency translation to real space, and only the opening of the escape portal made the unknown aggressor retreat. Okay, basically, cost us a little bit of damage. Just what quite happen often on the unsafe routes. On the more dangerous ones, quite often have void ship fights, which is what I'm trying to avoid, just because, I don't know, it just takes a little bit more time. There's no huge reason, really. So we're going to go and see the Navis Nobilate. And this just brings me to say, as I've just remembered, which I really should, as of the weekend gone on YouTube, membership has now been launched. There was a few requests for ways to further support the channel, and it took me a little while to do it because I wasn't sure if I really... It sounds quite bad, but I wasn't sure if I really released enough content or did enough to deserve membership. But I've released a very low tier. It's basically just a supporters tier. $3 US. It's not really going to cost you much. You'll all earn a crisp high five, which can be redeemed either on stream through Discord or in a chat, in a comments. And there will eventually be more added and more tiers, but for now that has been put there for anyone who wishes to further support the channel, which of course is completely your choice and completely not mandatory. There will be nothing that I currently do that will be hidden behind paywalls. Nothing will change in that regard. Whoa, oh yeah, I'm on my own. I wander around this place on my own, don't I? On Valencia's palace. Long live the rogue trader. Alright, I believe we have to go speak to Seneschal's granddaughter, who I'm hoping is stood in the exact same place. Behind the throne is your lordship. I hope your stay on Dargonus will be beneficial to your physical and mental state. I understand that the heir to the protectorate must have his hands full, but one shouldn't forget about the rest. What about the meeting with the navigators? Allow me to report the esteemed navigators of House Ocelio have taken residence in the guest estate and await a meeting with you. How would you like to receive them? I will lose a profit factor. I'm gonna go for it. Would you like to hold this meeting shortly? Yes. Oh wow, we're going in with a full squad. Not worrying at all. I feel like it's going to be like the meeting with the Mechanicus, where there's going to be accusations and a fight. Oh. How very fancy. Regent Aronto Ocelio esteemed delegation, the rogue trader of Valencia's protectorate welcome you. Come this way, please. Well, good thing we went fancy, because they look very fancy. I feel like we have to out-fancy them. Which sounds like something you say as a 12-year-old child. But I'm sure you get the point. Wearing the same fine armor as Cass. The esteemed representative of the House Nobilate have arrived at the Rogue Trader's court. The regent of the great House Ocelio, Aronto Ocelio. His companions, Lady Glyceria Ocelio, Navigator Liso Simon Ocelio, and his intended bride, Lady Navigator Alexandrina Ocelio, Lady Navigator Alina Hateria Ocelio, and Navigator Danex Ocelio. Wow. I would hate to have ever had to have been a court announcer. Oh, very fancy bows. A tall, wizened old man proudly stares at you with milky and blinking eyes. Loose skin sways with his every move, as if the navigator's flesh has detached from his bones. An unsightly hole mars the regent's face where his nose should be, and the old man's skull is covered with spiky growths. What? Rogue Trader! On behalf of House Ocelio, we would like to express our immense satisfaction at this meeting, and our gratitude for the warm welcome. It pleases us to know there are still lords in the Coronis Expanse who observe etiquette and the traditions of hospitality. And yet this is not why we are here. Our grace is obliged to note how much the Rogue Trader has done for House Ocelio by protecting its beloved child. We waited for many turns to behold her radiant visage. Come now, child, there is much we need to discuss. I suppose we can tolerate that. After all, it was you who rescued the child. If so, tell us. What exactly happened on Urak 5? In that case, House Orselio is deeply indebted to the rogue trader, and we are willing to reciprocate such a magnanimous gesture. We trust that a treaty of friendship and alliance underpinned by the transfer of several artifacts of exceeding rarity will suffice. Now, come child, it is time we departed for your new home, so that we may finish what we started. Cassia, I would be honored if you decided to stay. Stop trying to steal my people off me. Unthinkable. Why is everyone trying to steal my people off me?
Don't just stand there. Help the rogue trader defend the child and the palace.
Regent Aronto.
Down with Tisiphone's tyranny! Kill the girl!
What is going on?
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Death to his enemies!
Okay, so 4 of them have sided with us, but Lady Navigator Alina is trying to kill us. Not quite sure what's going on here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guards. Yep, that makes sense. We have 2 allied guards by the looks of it. Okay. So who have we got? Cass. I'm hoping you get to go first. You do, and then it's the Lady Navigator Alina and a Navis bodyguard. They are all the same, except for the guy with the swords have a little bit more health. And then we have Argenta and Bajador. Oh, some of our navigators are weak. Damn it, I might end up losing some navigators. I don't like it. That guys just go all the way around down the end, don't they? So I'll stick you in the middle because I'm gonna go and I don't know, I'll run to one side I think, and harder, we need to get you far forward as possible. Put you in cover there. And stick you in there as a guard and ready to run forward because I don't want to block. You in there. Put Jay around the corner. I think that's about the best we can do. I'm gonna stick Bahada out to the left a little bit. She has got Soulburn, which will be an absolute pain. I mean, if she technically comes here, she can do a lovely diagonal line there.
I have read tomes of military
My best
tactics.
hope is to... Yep, I am actually going to step out. Dare I into the open?
Drowned in scarlet.
And... we're going to see if...
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I can attempt to... but she's probably going to pass willpower tests. Let's be honest.
If I may.
Go and set these 2 on fire.
Isn't this a job
Could
for the
have done
serfs?
Curse first. Then...
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. I'm a navigator,
Front line in
not a
there.
servitor.
And... yeah, I can't actually see over there.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Just put it right in front of me. And what is she going to hit me back with? Okay, shouldn't be too much in terms of area of effect. In fact, she just...
Moving out!
I think she did hit Cass. Oh, no, she didn't. She just hit her own bodyguard. Oh, wow. How can they see through... They literally just shot through this throat. I really do sometimes question the line of sight rules on this game. Let's mark some people up as prey, shall we?
Doubt is for the weak.
They did, yeah. They took out one of the weak navigators. Even the Regent's pretty weak, to be honest. Although I am hoping that he cannot be. Cannot be killed quite so easily. Now
As the
grenade.
Emperor commands, I act.
And then
I'll do
concentrate
it.
fire. Run and gun.
Faith
Hold the
without
ball.
deeds is worthless.
See if we can. Nope. Can't take the guy out, but we got rid of his cover.
I'll do
And
it.
Furious recital.
Stay vigilant.
Don't go standing in the way now. Like he's not even a psyker. He hasn't got any psyker moves whatsoever. We're going to. If I go to there, can I get through my? No, they're just in the way. How about if I come to here? Can we find a path through, basically? If I came to this side. No, but we can get next to them. Go ahead and do
Already
that.
done.
Let's go and make an opening. Let us... We've now got this wonderful weapon. A Mount of Scorching Area attack.
Nothing I can't do.
Go and add at all costs. Let's
Not
go
a problem
violence.
for me.
And then let's swing away.
All too easy.
Then
Already done.
go and endure.
Break their morale.
Nice.
My faith
Oh, no.
strengthens me.
Where's he going? Oh, he's going to grenade us.
Weapon at the ready.
I must not falter.
He's probably going to grenade us as well. Some grenades coming in.
Just a minor setback.
Take one step to the right. And... we... gonna
A
give
moving
Fahad or
target
another
lives
swing.
longer.
And we are going to add an opening. And swing away.
Another clean strike.
Oh, he should die very soon. Then let's... So next we have... oh, the almost dead bodyguard. Who... will not die. He is blinded. He is perplexed. I mean, yeah, you know, he's having a rough day. Let's just put it that way. Let's go ahead and run in.
Watch my back.
Do a bit of wild firing.
You're no fun.
There you go. Got the picture. And then... not too much damage coming out of that. Simply go and add voice
Am
of
I
command
getting paid
to
for
Bahadur. Hey, don't you go taking out my good
touch me.
target. You guys don't get another go. It's all about Pascal. Well, I'm going to run to there. Then we're going to look at taking out the bodyguard. After the exploits from the target. For the start of the operative's next turn, no, because we're going to have hopefully have a next turn very soon. Let's go and mark some more prey.
Running by Nerek.
Go and commune with some machine spirits. Let's swipe away.
Successfully terminated.
Vital functions were successfully terminated.
The Omniscient knows all. Comprehend.
Turn, cool, then he gets another turn. Go ahead and fire away. Took out cover. Let's go and weaken this Navis bodyguard.
High momentum.
This way!
Wow, they want to really just crowd into one space to get shot at, don't they?
Imperium!
Oh,
Follow my lead.
okay, well, the region just went down.
As duty demands.
Weather the storm!
Oh, what just happened? What happened to Cass? Oh, I think she was, yeah, she's stunned.
Cover me, Lord Captain!
We have a lot of people stunned.
Nothing I can't do.
That's him completely and utterly annihilated.
Suits my purposes.
Turn all this on. We're going to go for daring
My
breach.
time is now.
I'm going to go and stick myself between these two.
Let's see how they respond to this. Not a problem for me.
Fucking... Okay, someone I just put in an opening, but never mind.
Nothing I can't do. You didn't stand a chance. All too easy. There's nowhere to hide.
0. Communion. Interesting. Try that one
Nothing
again.
I can't do. Watch and learn.
Yeah, that one worked.
Already done.
30 health. Won't stand right next to them. When they run away, they should hopefully die.
Follow my lead.
This is gonna hurt. House Orcelio is just dead. I mean, like, there is no House Orcelio anymore.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Gonna
Tell me, and it is done.
start chipping away, basically. Go and make an opening. And let's go and kill the
Not a
opening.
problem for me.
Harried! Ooh. Look at that.
I can do that with the right incentive.
I think Abelard is still up. Don't shoot me.
I can handle this.
Oh no, we've got one navigator still alive. Congratulations, you are now the head of House Orcelio. By default of being the only one still alive.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Let's make it show that she does die.
My vow is to serve.
And let's make sure this dude dies.
Request approved. The old Messiah condemns you.
Yep, he was condemned.
Victory is imminent. At your beck and call.
Let's
It will be done.
focus his attention on me. Brace for impact.
I will do my duty.
Alright, he should die next turn. Let's
At
also
your
get a bit
beck
more
and call.
health.
Break their morale. Die!
There you go, he died. Definitely taking props on that one there. Die!
Emperor, give me strength.
That should be... There you go. Are any of the navigators going to get back up? I honestly don't think so. I think they're all very dead. Listen to Alina Orcelio. Okay. Mercy, the Lady Navigator, covers her face with her disfigured scaly hands, each with an extra finger and conjoined phalangeal bones. Her clothes are covered in blood, mostly that of your servants, and several unexploded bolts are sticking out of her chest plates. Oh, wow. Rogue trader, whether on purpose or out of ignorance, you are harboring a monster that is cunningly pretending to be an innocent maid. Spare me, and I, Alina Heteria Orcelio, will swear to tell you the whole truth about the madness that is devouring House Orcelio like a malignant tumor. Do not let the regent deceive you with honeyed lies, lest the cursed child ruin your protectorate as well. Your fate will be decided during the trial. Thank you for your lenience, rogue trader. Oh, they're all back alive. They all survived somehow, or they've all been replaced very quickly. The unnaturally bulbous eyes of the navigator constantly shift between you and Cassia. Black secretions run down her cheeks instead of tears, leaving unsightly streaks. I, Lena Heteria of House Orcelio, swear to tell the rogue trader nothing but the truth. May the God Emperor be my witness. Pathetic. The regent's back. Silence. With all due respect, House Orcelio has hardly covered itself in glory thus far today. This time, its representatives answered before the rogue trader. Lady Alenia, what do you have to say? I do not know what it is you wish to learn, but I will start from the very beginning. A long time ago, Tisiphone ascended to the throne of Orcelio. She was a daring novator who brought part of the house to the Expanse. Hoping to strengthen our position in the Imperium, the house prospered, But Tisiphone was never satisfied. She went mad in her pursuit of power, seeking more influence, more control, and she saw enemies everywhere, even among her loyal followers. Paranoia was slowly driving Tisiphone insane, and one day, she created the Stairway Atlas, a relic that is implanted in our bodies at birth, a noose around our necks, our gift and our damnation. Tisiphone used the Atlas to control us, subdue our will, and mold our thoughts. If anyone put a toe out of line, she killed them with a glance. At first, many branches of House Ocelio tried to resist her tyranny. The Tisiphone cut them down with extreme brutality. For example, the entire Sithala branch was destroyed simply because its leaders asked too many questions about the Atlas and wanted to know the truth about its creation. What else of Tisiphone Ocelio's guilty of? Tisiphone's madness weakened the dynasty, and not long ago the Novata vanished. Indeed, her loyal followers lie when they say she chose to retire. Truth is that nobody knows the truth. I hope she is rotting away on one of her secret worlds. What does any of this have to do with Lady Cassia? Tisiphone passed her Atlas on to her successor before fleeing the house. To a newborn child. We could not surrender the throne to the tyrant's creature. Tisiphone was cunning and treacherous. She must have hatched the entire plan beforehand. Her disappearance, the child, the transfer of the leash. We feared that one day she would be reborn in Cassia's body, and we could not let that happen. You called Cassia a monster because of Tisiphone's Atlas. Largely, yes, but there is more. Have you never felt pure, unadulterated disgust while standing close to her? Or perhaps fury, or fear? Who but a monster would manipulate the minds and feelings of others, even more so than Tisiphone herself did? Think I've heard enough. Regent Aronto, representative of your house, made an attempt on Lady Cassia's life and attacked a rogue trader. The rogue trader now knows about the regent's atrocities and the girl's corruption. I hope I succeeded in warning you about the danger that lurks within Cassia Ocelio. Rogue trader, House Ocelio humbly asks for your lenience and forgiveness. We could not even imagine these vile rats could be scurrying among our ranks. As for them sneaking into the rogue trader's palace and staging an unthinkable crime, God Emperor be our witness, the accused renegades seek to spark a feud between our houses. Give me a good reason not to execute you on the spot. You do not want a war with a Navis Nobilate house, rogue trader. We could achieve much more as allies. House Ocelio is an injured party in this, just as you are. The renegades infiltrated our ranks, weakened us, implicated us before the rogue trader, and almost killed the most precious thing we have, our noble child. Do you really think we wished death upon the one who is destined to lead our house to greatness? We are ready to tell you everything we know so this misunderstanding can be remedied as quickly as possible. Tell me more about the renegades. They are madmen who seek to destroy these centuries-old traditions of our house, of our great house. So carefully nurtured by the previous Novata Tisiphone Ocelio. They deem the century of her rule a tyranny, and our most sacred relic a curse that must be destroyed. Fools. If the Atlas were to be destroyed, the whole of House Ocelio would follow it into oblivion. They dread its power, for only a Novata can fully grasp the mysteries and harness the power of the Starway Atlas. What the renegades call a leash, we call a guiding star. Everyone in the house knows the child is the keeper of the one true Starway Atlas, which once belonged to our great Novata Tisiphone Ocelio. The ungrateful wretches secretly hated her grace, and when Tisiphone abdicated her responsibilities and set off for parts unknown, they staged a revolt to destroy her successor. Does she really carry it? We believe it with all our heart. The Novata spent many cycles on the world where the child was born. It is said that everyone who witnessed the miracle of her birth simultaneously departed for a destination known only to the Novata. Tisiphone gave the order and followed them soon after, leaving her precious gift, the Atlas, Cassia, and therefore marking her as her successor. What do you know about her unbridled power? Special gift for a special child. She was born with it and grew up under its influence. The instability sometimes hampered her education, but we learned to prevent most outbursts. As long as the child remains calm and remains in seclusion, the powers cannot take hold of her mind. Looks like you have fallen on hard times. To call our statement false would be a lie. Sorry, to call your statement false would be a lie. For many years, we managed to maintain the fragile balance within our house, but then, the innovator's departure shook the faith of many. The treasury is empty. The navigators are scattered, the warp routes are scrambled, and many of our allies cannot be reached, which is why it is so important to complete the child's education. It is Cassia's duty to take Tisophone's place and lead the house to prosperity. Such is her great destiny. I think I've heard enough. I am ready to deliver my judgment. Cassia watches you closely, holding her hands in a gesture of prayer. Find both sides. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I kind of like to ask Cassia what she would like to do. That would be one way to go, but that's not an option. At the end of the day, she did just try and kill us. I mean, she didn't speak first. If she had spoken first, I would have been more willing to listen. So I think she is going to have to die. You call this a fair trial? Ridiculous. Everyone here is rotten to the core. All of you are heretics and madmen. I sentence her to 2,000 years imprisonment. Lady will be the first navigator to be transformed into a servitor. Lady will make a remarkable servo skull. Will be publicly executed. And I don't think I'm going to be persuading Lady Cassia to do anything. "2,000 years imprisonment. Rogue Trader, allow me to ask what fate awaits the esteemed regent and the other members of my house." Regent. Do I hold the regent responsible? Now there's a question. I'm going to proclaim him guilty of what happened too. Stands as tall as its age, crooked spine will allow and looks at you with a proud and blinking stare. What does this mean for us, Rogue Trader? I could forget about what happened if House of Celio publicly proclaimed an alliance between our dynasties. Not going to happen. Henceforth, representatives of House of Celio are forbidden to navigate ships within the limits of the Von Valancius Protectorate. Persuasion is not going to happen either. Share information about the influential persons your house is working with, and I will turn a blind eye. I'm going to let Cassia. What are you saying, Rogue Trader? How could I? I have never done anything like that. Cassia's unusually pale face flushes so deeply that even her ears turn red. Now is the time to make your own decisions. Esteemed Regent, I will be staying with the Rogue Trader. It is time we moved from theory to practice, don't you think? Air whistles out of dark holes in the Regent's face. His bulging eyes dart furiously between you and Cassia. This time we are compelled to agree with you, child, but do not forget your duty. Your burden will forever remain with you. We will allow you to gain experience in the company of Rogue Trader. For now, we must take our leave. May the Emperor watch over your path. Well, that got messy. I mean, there was blood and guts everywhere. And a level. Long live the Rogue Trader. Okay, and what have we got? We've got... That does not count towards the limit of attacks per turn and does not block the assassin's movement, but deals only 25% of the assassin's usual damage. The lowest priority target. Dash a straight line for up to 4 cells, but suffering -7 less damage from attacks of opportunity and gain plus 12% dodge. Not dash through any enemies at the end of their turn. They gain plus 6% cover efficiency. Have a minus 50% armor penetration penalty with a minimum of 0% armor penetration and plus 10 lethality. Ooh. Let's just go Death Whisper. Maybe. Let's try Elusive Shadow. Helps me with movement. And then we've got all of this stuff which we're completely ignoring. The start cycle's next turn, all allies affected by Word of Emperor increase their deflection by +2 and armor by 13%. We might have to light and contradict and control of the minds of others. Let's learn some pyromancy. Better to die for the... Oh, wow, she's got just common talents. Fair enough. Let's have a quick look what common talents we've got. Solid projectile weapon expert. Power weapon expert. Plasma weapon melter. Melee, las, heavy grenadier flame. Dueling master. Combat master. And maybe some characteristics we want to put up. Advanced skill Medicae. Because the ones we've got... %10 critical hit chance, plus 10% armor against the... Although... Yeah. World character is affected by an ally's non-damaging ability or affects an ally's ability... For humanity's finest, what was humanity? I'm gonna guess fellowship? Tactician officer, humanity's finest, fellowship. So everyone would get 5 to their fellowship. I'm sure we could do better than that. We have trained our fellowship and ballistic skills. Maybe some more to agility. Get a little bit higher up the pecking order when it comes to a fight. Attack gains plus temporary wounds and plus 1 additional temporary wound for every 2 stacks. The tactical advantage domestic. That's not bad. Marks an enemy. If that enemy is killed by one of the Master Tactician's allies before the beginning of the Master Tactician's next turn, that ally gains 10 plus 2 times the ally's resolve momentum. Sure. And plus 5 to all characters until the end of combat. Master Tactician suffers direct damage equal to 20% of the maximum wounds, gains Master Tactician's resolve, stacks of tactical advantage, and resets the cooldown of those things. Can it be used on enemies with the unfinished business effect? Not quite sure what that is. This effect is applied to enemies which were attacked by the Master Tactician's allies, but not the Master Tactician, and have less than 50% of their maximum wounds remaining. The Master Tactician immediately attacks the target with a single shot or strike. Attack does not count towards the attacks per turn limit, dealing half the weapon's maximum damage and an additional plus ballistic skill bonus. Plus an extra 7. I'm going to go for a sign objective. And then choose a common talent. I think this will probably be heavy armor. Let's just see what else. Last attacks and effects of exploit witness ability gain bonus against enemies under the effects of Machine Spirit Communion. As if those enemies had 2 more stacks of exploit. Machine Spirit Communion applies 1 stack of exploit on all affected characters. Medicae, skirmish protocols. Oh, that'll be quite nice. So skirmish protocols, I do quite like that one. Let's mark that for later. Base skills, I think we are going to jump on and chuck him in some heavy armor. And then let's grab... Enemy's difficulty is more or equal to 5. Only pay an MP remaining from the moment the bounty to use hot on the trail. A target marked as prey. This attack deals plus 4% additional damage and gains half the bounty hunter's current bonuses to critical hit chance and critical damage granted by hunt down the prey. Or piercing shot. I'm going to go for ensnare the prey. It also gives me... It'll give me plus 3 MP, basically. Of course, got all our stratagems. On the other hand, let's dodge on their next dodge test and mend reality. The navigator increases veil degradation by the willpower bonus points. That's a fair few. That's 9. That's actually not bad. Scourge of the Red Tide creates a 3x3 zone. Every creature that is in it, enters it, or begins their turn in the area suffers from 10 to 22 damage. The zone remains for 3 rounds until the navigator creates it again. Designates a square. The enemy close to that square immediately moves to it. Show the path. The target immediately gains an extra turn, during which they gain the ability to use charge and only this ability. Okay. Waking Nightmare. Within the area suffer a minus 28 penalty to the willpower and toughness. Okay. Spot of Apathy or Point of Curiosity. Can't get Spot of Apathy. It's locked. Zone of Fear or Notch of Purpose. It all falls on from each other. Yeah, I don't quite like that one. First use of this ability on any target marks the target. Enemy targets must pass a willpower resistance test to avoid this. Second use returns the target to the position where it was during the first use and restores its wound to the state they were at during that time. Move to the next closest cell in the direction of the navigator. So I'm thinking either... I mean, the Grand Stats choose one of the combat areas for 1 round. All enemies in the area are forced to reroll successful dodge and parry tests. Any enemies that suffer damage and are left with less than 22 wounds immediately die. That's actually really good. Allies in the area inflict the overwhelmed effect on any enemies. One round, all allies within a range of 11 cells gain the ability to move to that area. Doubled. Let's... I don't know if I want to go Scourge of the Red Tides or Mend Reality. I'm going to go Mend Reality. I mean, it is a +9 I end up getting from that, so it's pretty good. Then... let's... potentially... probably got Solid Projectile Weapon Expert. +2 minimum damage. Swift movements, plasma weapons, melee weapon specialist. Excellent show ability for hammer mace cost -1 less. Las weapon it will not die. Is probably a very good shout. She does die quite easily, so it will not die. is very much going to be needed. And we can go and... go get the extra attack. And then lastly with Abe. Nice and simple, one thing to choose from. Turn the Vanguard gains damage deflection against range attacks equal to the number of stacks of unyielding beacon on the Vanguard. Additionally, stack of Vanguard against one stack of unyielding beacon. Full of Rock Creek. The Vanguard and all the allies in a 3-star radius around them gain 3 plus the number of unyielding beacon stacks temporary wounds. For the start of the next turn, the Vanguard and their allies gain plus 6% damage and plus 6% armor penetration against enemies in a 2-star radius around the Vanguard. Additionally, when this ability is used, all allies in a 2-star radius around the Vanguard gain the following ability, which costs 0 OP and 2 MP till the start of the Vanguard's next turn. Forces an enemy in their melee range to immediately attack the Vanguard. All of the Vanguard's allies who are wielding melee weapons and adjacent. I'm going to go for follow my lead. Glory to the Rogue Trader. Okay, now there is... take my leave. There is a cache on this planet somewhere. Oh, there's a door over here. What's behind this? No. Open that back up. Oh. My ship. Like I said, there was apparently something hidden here. Okay, this door doesn't open quite so well. Long live the Rogue Trader. Cassia. And I feel like it's kind of down to my... it's potentially down to my own... awareness skill to be able to find it, but I haven't stacked myself full of awareness because that was not one of my skills. Equipped with several bizarre mechanisms. A couple of weapons in here as well. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna find it, to be honest. I mean, this is definitely a fake door. I mean, look at it. Bad for the head of the Rogue Trader Dynasty. And I guarantee you this is a false door. Don't know how to open it. Oh, hang on. What do we got here? A book, you open a hidden door. Oh, well, there you go. Found it. Goods. Goods. Mysterious item undoubtedly created by inhuman hands. South library laden with dusty tomes. Your eyes linger on the works of several administratum adepts and memoirs of some unfamiliar explorers. Some nice weapons. Oh, got a couple of items there. Let's hang on. So go have a quick look. Where have they ended up? This one, maybe? No, when the wearer hits an ally, it shouldn't have been that. They just turned up at the bottom. No, they haven't. There's a pair of gloves. Listen's cloak. No, we've... area attack. The wearer gains 1 stack of the Zealot effect until the end of combat. The wearer deals plus 10% damage with their area attacks for each stack of the Zealot effect. Oh, no, that is new. And a pair of gloves. These gloves grant the wearer a plus 10 bonus to tech use. They also increase the damage of plasma weapons by plus 3. Okay, I'm going to sit down. See what happens. Ticket room was remarkably quiet and almost homely. Perhaps your predecessor used it when she sought complete solitude. Listen to the muted melody coming from the Vox speaker. You can easily imagine Theodora reading a book with a glass of expensive wine in hand. Choose a book. Some appear ancient, while others look like they have never been opened. Awareness test succeeded. The cover of a book titled Litanies of the Motive Force looks rather hefty, as though its spine contains a miniature device of some sort. So we'll go for Litanies of the Motive Force. As you pick up the book, a hidden button in its spine clicks under your finger. Okay. That not then go and open something? Or do we have to, like, pass all 3 parts? I'm thinking we have to pass all 3 parts, right. The room is silent with expectation. Have a glass of wine. 3 sealed bottles sit on the sturdy-looking low table. They are labeled Grandmaster's Blood, Boon of Terror, and Flame of Purity. Do not pour wine. Change the music. Displays the names of several Vox symphonies. Lore Imperium succeeded. You recognize the melody that is playing right now? It is the first 36 parts of the Symphony of Honor and Duty. Music and speakers momentarily grows louder, filling the entire room, then goes back to normal, seemingly without any change. Okay. Don't tell me this is a one and done kind of deal. Have a glass of wine. Flame of Purity. A short, faint hum as an unseen motor stirs into motion. The room responds to your actions with a quiet, grinding sound, and a small nook reveals itself in the nearby wall. Inside you find a data bank bearing the Von Valencia's coat of arms. Nice. So, a engraved data drive found in the cache in Dargonus. The information it contains has been carefully encrypted. Let's go and put this in some sort of an order. Okay, so we have the information from Dargonus now as well. Very nice. I don't know if that was due to more luck than anything else. And let's come back to our ship. Has nobody cleaned up the palace yet? No, don't close the door. To the ship, to the Void Ship Bridge. Let's go and put the data slate back. Well, not back. Let's go and put it in our cogitation machine and see what we find. Time to reveal secret. Whatever those secrets may be. So across the other side we come. Turn on. Access data from Dargona. Machine Spirit has revealed the contents of the encrypted data, and I hereby pass it to you. This is where I reached the limit of my authorization, but you now have the option to review the decrypted data personally. Theodora von Valencia's personal notes. I'm sure I've done this one, haven't I? Preliminary report N4073. More stirrings, more stirrings. It marked the beginning of Nomos. The incident breathed life and marked the beginning of all. Unacceptable deviation, violation of the sacred protocols, possibility of tech heresy. Omnissiah, shield us from all heresy. The vid screens darken and flicker to life again. I saw a word among the lines of code. It's a mystery to me. If this mechanism truly is tainted, then could it be... If heresy truly has taken hold of the machine spirit and scorned the Omnissiah's every tenant, then the spirit's madness could be such that it has chosen a name for itself that has nothing more than hypotheses. Report this to Pascal. My knowledge is insufficient to cleanse the code of this mechanism. I want to inform the esteemed Engineer Prime of this disturbing development. Only he has the power to expel the heresy from this corrupted machine spirit. Okay, let's go down to the bottom of my list. Okay, maybe not. Unknown Captain's Diary. Theodore von Valencius's personal notes. Data deleted. Data deleted. Entry damaged. Rogue trader like a lackey. Is humiliating and dispiriting to put up with the part of an errand servant to an imperious madman vested with even greater power than that of any rogue trader. Alas, when one side of the scales hold my pride and the other the fate of the von Valencius protectorate and my entire bloodline, choice becomes a futile illusion. It would be far too naive of me not to prepare for the worst. Epitaph will decide the future of the Expanse as a whole, but I have some time at my disposal until then. Heirs with the von Valencius blood in them will soon be located and brought to me. I cannot afford to delay the choice of successor any longer. Oh. And then... box... was N something. Data crypt. Just make sure I haven't... preliminary report. Tech flight is capable of corroding matter and destroying from within at terrifying speeds. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I've read this. Quest for knowledge in his name will continue. Created in the darkness of unknown worlds, away from the eye of the great creator, any taint that exists to harm the machine, God's creation, can and will be bent to his will. Okay. Explore the systems. Yep, duty. Talk to Cassia. Okay, so that's that. Where does Cass hide herself? Down the front of the ship, it would seem.
It is so fortunate you have come.
Oh.
I admit I was seeking you out myself. After the events on Dargonus, it felt like an anthracite grey mantle had dropped on my shoulders. I spent a long time thinking about our very first meeting and what happened next. I cannot wait to shake off this dreary color. It was very naive of me to follow in the footsteps of the man who raised me in a gilded cage. And I was deaf to the needs of my own house. But you opened my eyes. As the future Novateur, I must gain wisdom to restore House Orselio to its former glory, no matter the cost. Thank you. It will be an honor to keep guiding your vessel through the Sea of Souls, for as long as the needs of our dynasties are aligned.
Okay, she didn't get executed, but I'm going to say it anyway.
On the contrary, Lord Captain. The mere thought of what happened tightens a grey-blue slip noose around my throat. To realize, again and again, how fervently your subjects hate you. I am sorry, Lord Captain. I should not have darkened your colors with my own struggles.
You did not mention...
I would never reveal this secret to an outsider. But you have come to my aid more than once already. The Starway Atlas is a sacred artifact of House Orselio. It helps our navigators chart a course through the warp. This crystal, the Atlas, has been inside me for as long as I can remember, giving me strength. But the others... I noticed the renegades in the palace were choked by ashen ghosts of despair when we met face to face. I swear the ghosts were reaching for their atlases. But my atlas is much more powerful than the others. It's the Atlas of Tisiphone herself. That is what people have whispered behind my back my whole life, although no one knew for certain. But I always suspected. I simply did not wish to admit it to myself. Certain navigators in my house have tried to kill me more than once. the tales of Tisephane's brutality, I am beginning to wonder, what if they are all true? What if I will be a new tormentor to those who serve me?
Your heart stutters, a searching heat envelops your shoulders, throat, and chest, and your brain grows foggy, and by now, familiar influence of Cassie's powers is intoxicating your mind more than usual. I am at ease in your company. Dum 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 dum.
Thank you for listening.
Tell me about yourself.
I am a part of House Orselio, an ancient dynasty of the Navis nobility. Since time immemorial, our family has served to advance knowledge, pushing at the boundaries of the dark unknown. The Starway Atlas contains 2,843 routes that chart the sectors of the Segmentum Obscurus and reach all the way from the Coronis Expanse to Holy Terra.
I'd like to know more about you personally, not your family.
You wish to know about me? I suppose I can help you with that. What would you like to know?
We always lived anywhere than Earth
Hardly.
5.
According to the chronicles of the house, I was born on one of the Orselio worlds. Oh, what was it? Please forgive me, Lord Captain. My childhood memories are too vague. Sometimes I dream about the colorful birds that built their nests in the garden, or the servants dressed in purple livery, or the blue fog that rolled over the lowlands behind the palace. But everything is covered in a rosy haze. Perhaps it is my imagination, not my memory, that is painting these pictures. My stay on the station was wholly dedicated to preparing me for my future duty. Astromancy, astrography, numerology, the histories of my house and the Imperium, as well as other disciplines. For many years, dozens of instructors tirelessly prepared me for my destiny. And once a year, Great Regent Alronto would come to the station. He would entrust his beautiful vessel to my command, so that I could master the practical aspects of our art as well.
Huh.
The Regent gave me a bird from a sunlit planet once. I tried to befriend it and make it sing, but for some reason, it refused and died soon after. The instructors were too respectful of my duty to my house to waste precious time on idle chatter. Aside from them, there were only servants on the station. And you know they have their vocal cords removed, so they cannot break their vow of silence.
Is it a vow anymore if you have your vocal cords removed? Because, yeah, I vow to always keep silent. You don't have a choice, mate. Sorry. You're out. No.
And since the subject has been breached, Lord Captain, why do you not follow this honored tradition? Your decks are so garish. Apologies, I meant noisy. The rabble don't just chatter. Sometimes they shout and even sing. Why do you allow such a lack of restraint? Rogue traders are highborn, are they not?
Ruler cannot maim people just because it is in
Your
their power.
words sound amazingly blasphemous. If a ruler's duty dictates the need for violence, would dispensing it not be their responsibility? I will contemplate your answer in solitude. The Navigator's open eye is baneful to whoever the warp's ruinous shine falls upon, and therefore it is the symbol of our power. We are the guiding stars of humanity, found worthy of an uncommon gift, and one of the duties that we bear is to guard our eye, even from wayward glances that may bear evil. Besides, I am aware that lesser servants of the Imperium may find our appearance repulsive. The Navigator gene twists the features the rabble are used to seeing, and the magnificence of our role cannot be grasped by their feeble minds.
Okay, let's clearly push what we're pushing here.
Lord Captain, you are overstepping the bounds of propriety.
Bum, bum,
Words
bum.
like that, Lord
Not gonna lie, I was
Captain,
basically pushing for
could
an
easily
achievement.
be misconstrued. You should familiarize yourself with some of the works in your library to learn the appropriate manner of conversing with a lady. It may be difficult to describe. You see, every navigator perceives the warp differently. My mentor, Great Regent Elronto, always described his travels through the Immaterium as a journey through a vast wood with countless paths. And I, assisting him in the first voyages, futilely tried to follow his example. But the wood would not reveal itself to me. But everything changed when I found my own key to this mystery. You see, I've always brightened up my rare moments of leisure time by painting. You may recall there was a workshop in my chambers. As soon as I imagined the warp as a blank canvas, an indescribable feeling came over me. I moved the brush, going deeper and deeper into my own painting. Visions were hidden within the vibrant colors of my palette, and something inside me knew which should be brought out and which should be left behind. I woke up several days later, after the voyage was safely complete.
Enters your
The
speech as
Emperor
well.
graced me with a gift. I can see inner life in addition to the mundane. You cannot know that a fruit has rotten from the inside until a blade slices it in two. I can see the rot from far away. It roils like swamp mud, oozing through the bright peel. Anger and boredom, sadness and joy. Everything that people shut away inside themselves is revealed to me like colors on the canvas of my world. You will hear no objection from me, Lord Captain.
Let's talk about us.
Right here? Are you sure?
Let us discuss other things.
Of course. Let
Right, I
us
must
turn
beg my
from
leave.
personal matters to... I have enjoyed your company.
Dum 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 dum. Okay, well, that could be an interesting chapter in this story now. And so let's go forward. We've got a few random little planets. I want to try and get a few rumors done. And then we will basically be coming... Well, yeah, we've basically got one quest left on the chapter. The Blades in the Void. Like I said, yeah, I'm going to go to a few systems, get a few rumors done. And so we want to come down. We've got this lovely line of planets here. And I think that's pretty much it in terms of planets I haven't visited yet, so... Let's do some warp traveling. Release us from its grip. I just thought you should know that Lady Abgai successfully guided the ship out of the warp's hold and left the Sanctum Navis, but instead of going to her chamber as usual, she headed for yours. Okay. Well, you know, we did push these events. Thoughts of you are affecting my navigation. Well, we'll see what comes up. I'm sure the writers are a lot better at this than me. Oh, all of this just to get an achievement. I may have gone too far. I've gone to my chambers. Right, I'm going to sit behind my giant rogue's desk. Greetings, Lord Captain. I meant to inform you that our journey through the warp went well. My navigator's gaze perceived the light of the Astronomicon beyond the terminus waves of the Sea of Souls, albeit with some difficulty. The crew and the Master Helmsman conducted themselves adequately. My instructions during the jump helped me find their focus and guide the ship without any serious incidents. What reaction are you expecting from me ensuring the safety of our passage through the warp? I beg your pardon, but I am preoccupied with other matters. Thank you for the report. Materium's influence would have robbed you of all reasonable thought, Lord Captain, yet you are aware of yourself. Our conversations and all that has happened around you, which means... I believe that was merely a jest. I do apologize. I am not particularly acquainted with conversations of this sort. I see you have many compelling works of art here, but precious few paintings. I, for one, do enjoy passing what little spare time I have with a brush in hand. Why, just recently I created a beautiful voidscape inspired by our travels together. Cannot show it to you quite yet, as it still only exists in my mind's eye, but the imagery, oh, if only you could see. So, I'm certain you'll... Number 2. You truly wish that it would, but I must admit I have never painted for anyone other than myself before. You will have to forgive me, Lord Captain, but I do not think that it is such a good idea. These chambers are in need of masterpieces, while I paint merely for my own pleasure. One other thing I meant to tell you is that I am quite well read, and that my knowledge is not limited to the navigator's craft. I am versed in many other scholarly fields, such as the centenary history of the Calixus sector, or... Navigators are taught to familiarize themselves with the warp from childhood. If you would require my help, that is to say my counsel, my knowledge is extensive, so please do not hesitate to ask. You do not need to prove your worth to me. With every passing day I learn about new sides of you, and you amaze me with every time. Yes, right, I see. Thank you, Cassie. I truly do not understand. You grow tired of this conversation. Or do I step closer? I'm gonna go number 1. You are too kind, Lord Captain. I apologize. I must be distracting you from important matters. With this, please permit me to leave your presence. I don't know. Don't know what all this is. What all that was. Well, no, I know what all that was about, but this is. I think this is a giant pool, basically. Moments in the warm steam field, unexpectedly deceptive. Moment of weakness and rest promises nothing but danger. Oh wow. Like, yeah, you could go and relax in this amazing inbuilt steam bath we have for you, but you're probably going to die, so I wouldn't. Yeah, it's dangerous. Like, oh, jeez, thanks. Alright, let's go back to that Coronis Expanse map again. Let's visit Muro 79, where our put-together artifact tells us to go. Contracts, tools of righteousness. Don't need that yet. Profit factor, no. People for provisions. People for profit factor. Oh, it's tempting. Who left this here? No. Showing the way. Several ancient Imperial ships and restore the Architect Compass mechanism, pointing it to the fleet's mothership, the Muro 79 system. Muro 79 system. So I guess is this the system? Oh, wrecked void ship. No, it'll be this. Price's discovery left the crew speechless and shaken. The ancient Imperial Arc ship, Hammer of Redemption, was hidden below the surface, impervious to the Augur's sight. Had the rogue trader not found the pieces of an Archaeotech compass that resonated with the vessel's defense systems, it would have remained lying in the bottomless chasm, lost and undeservedly forgotten forever. The Mechanist acolytes studied the ancient data archives and concluded that the vessel crashed about 300 years ago after running into an asteroid stream. Hoping to rescue at least some of the colonists, the captain dispatched 4 lifeboats whose tragic fate you already know. Although time and weather were not kind to the Hammer of Redemption, the crew still managed to salvage plenty of valuable items. Grants plus 10 to all skills. The wearer can reroll any failed skill test once for each. Oh, wow. That's going to go on the rogue trader. Because... Where's he gone? Where has he gone? Spiky... Plus 10 to all skills. Because let's be honest, I've got all the skills really, really high numbers throughout all of my companions, which I can use in most situations. where I just had, for instance, where I was technically on my own, yeah, plus 10 to all of my skills would be very nice. And of course we did plus 10 ballistic skill and plus 25% critical damage. We'll keep that. Very nice. Definitely worth the find. I was half hoping when we said we found this glorious ship that we were going to raise the ship. I was like, oh my god, I'm getting a new ship. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite meant to be. I'm going to go for a little bit of dangerous warp travel. Probably going to have a fight on our hands. Powerstone Colony event requires the Lord Captain's attention. Since the very start of the warp jump, rumors of Ilomans have been widespread. We took a bit of damage. Oh no. Question of how the Yukari Xenos came to be aboard the ship will have to be pondered for another time. Right now, the Lord Captain has to fight for his life. Dum dum dum. Usual suspects. I have a feeling this is going to start a bit like that fight against Slanesh, where I'm in my chambers and I'm potentially on my own to begin with. Oh no. Oh no, we're all here. Never mind. Come here, my fine Drukhari friends. Where are you? No, really, where are you?
I won't tolerate
Stop.
weakness.
There.
We need to investigate.
Can we disarm this without...
I better myself through my
Yes, we can.
service.
And broken captives. They're walking bombs. MP an additional attack per turn. When the wounds drop by 50%, this creature gains bonus movement points and an additional attack per turn. I'm assuming that doesn't mean they explode on death. I'm assuming that simply means that they,
My warp sight reveals something.
we take
Take a
this...
knee
No,
and
not with
bow
picking a
before me.
fight.
Fight if I must.
Broken captives. It all seems to be broken captives, and they are all, of course, walking bombs. Broken captive. Oh no, Cavalite sharpshooter right in the back corner. Okay then. Stage 1, spread out. And of course, these barrels are going to be explosive as well. I mean, Cass should be able to do a good bit of damage to start with. Abelard. So she can potentially take out quite a few of these guys. Abelard's going to come through to there. At which point... Alright, Bahada will then go next. Let's get him past this bomb as well. And then the other ones all go last. We're going to stick Argenta in there. Yay. No, I am going to stick her in there. A little bit cheekily. And Pascal is potentially going to hang back a little bit. Oh, he can technically come over here, but I think he'll still have... There'll just be another mine over there. And stick him not in there, basically. They all look like they're melee characters. So they're all going to come to me and try and explode themselves. That does cost 2 points. Oh, damn it, I went and stuck Bahada in the way.
If I may.
Right, let's go and make him a bit tougher. And then we're gonna go and...
Me?
Sorry, Bajado.
If you insist, Lord, I prefer painted black.
So did he just explode? Wow, I am pretty much killing my own character, never mind.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. The navigators might.
Yeah, no, they explode on death. Okay, I've also gone and killed 4 of theirs, so although Bajado, you know, my guidance of the Astronomicum, now it's permanent. Oh, everybody has that. Okay. Abelard. Let us... Oh, my next melee attack, so actually no, that was pointless. Taunting, scream.
Victory
Brace
is
for
imminent.
impact. I mean, like, you know, I say they explode.
I've seen worse battles than this in my
Let's
time.
go find out if that's true. Is that just an effect of them dying? Or are they actually exploding?
At your back and forth.
Yeah, they explode. Not very much damage though, only 11. Okay, the 2 at the back.
Emperor, protect me.
My soul hunger.
Yes, come and say hello. And so... got him there. Got this guy who's all the way at the back. He shouldn't be a problem. Okay, he won't be a problem. He might be. Go ahead and charge straight in.
Never wavered in the face of adversity.
Oh!
Nothing of value has been lost.
Ground is...
All too easy.
ground is covered in explosives.
I shall not fear. I will take all of you with me.
Oh, Bahadur is having a rough day. Give him some
Nothing
temporary hit
I
points.
can't do.
I can't stand it.
Look out. For now.
Yeah, it's all of you gather in one little spot. Go and disarm this.
Never doubt me.
Then let... come to here.
Doubt is for the weak.
Concentrate fire. Mark all 3 of them as prey. Let's call the bolt.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Can we get... Yep, all 3 of them. Come on.
Escape the Emperor's judgment.
Boom. That's how you do it. And then look at all that extra temporary wounds. Let's switch weapon.
I am his will made manifest.
And let's start...
You, my emperor.
As the Emperor commands.
Start taking out a few more. I don't think I can actually see anyone else though, which is a shame. But hey, you know, we're down to 3 guys. We're doing pretty well.
Activate calculated viewing algorithm.
Oh wait, yeah, I don't need to switch weapon on this guy, do I? He has no weapon to switch.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
guess they won't be running into that trap then, will they?
Running binary override.
Living on the edge.
I could have gotten to Bahadur to heal him. Oh, I would have. Marks an enemy who is just out of range. Let's just go and skip through the turns pretty much.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. Do not dare ask.
Just give Abelard a bit of a boost. I mean, oh,
I am a navigator.
let's... Oh. Literally can't bring down Bale degradation. That's because I suppose we're fighting in the warp.
A tactically sound approach.
Oh, he's running away. Get back here.
High momentum.
Halt! I noticed something.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury!
Explorers know one route. Forward.
Gonna put that a bit further forward, see if we can't.
My vow is to serve.
Get it into range. I may as well go mark him as prey as well.
Running binary override.
I know what I'm doing, usually.
Come to here, let's hit move, 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 dare I say, on Bahadur. Poor guy.
My tactics are flawless.
And of course he's just out of range, but if I come one to my
This
left,
battlefield air is good for my lungs. Am I getting paid for this?
go mark him as prey. I think Cassie is too far out of this
Be
now.
careful not to cross my gaze.
Get Abelard out there. Oh, he's running away again. Get out of the damn corner. Fully expecting more explosives.
Forge ahead!
Well, let's go for it now. Too far in to not charge. Make an opening. And then kill him.
Already done.
Dodged.
You didn't stand a chance.
Didn't dodge that one. Oh. Ah, those are my traps. As like I say, a few things exploded. Come and disarm this before I move anybody.
Duty prevails.
Any goods lying around? No, doesn't look like it. Just some loot off all the broken captives. Which I would assume would be... always add to the cargo zone. Long splinter rifle. Okay, interesting. And... always add to the cargo zone. Although... no, it's... collect all. Accept. Go back to the Chronos Expanse map after that quick fight. And let's have a look at the new place we're at. If I come back out of the warp. Chartner routes. Oh, nice. Both routes have popped up. And what's the rumor here? Hotbed of Xeno heresy. Xenos on the rampage. Hotbed of Xenos heresy. A plundered void station in the Langren Belt. according to numerous testimonies, is serving as a base for a band of pirates who aren't above doing deals with Xenos. Okay. The Lord Captain's presence will be required. Okay. London Void Station and pirates. Scan. Repair ship. Let's go round in a big circle. We'll finish at the pirates. Scan. I'm taking traces of magnetic something. Shattered world added to the expanse. I mean, I don't need the 6 plasteel. Sacred geometry used for cutting open the formations. This is work of my explorator brethren. Five provisions? Do you know what? Yeah, we'll grab 5 provisions. This cold, windy planet is covered by a raging sea of mustard grey gas. Grass so tall it reaches an average human's waist. The monotony of the endless steppe is occasionally broken by chains of murky green lakes, but the Augur crew spots a far more interesting anomaly. A scar running several kilometers deep, splitting the world's equator in 2. After 2 exploration watches, the crew intercepts a faint signal coming from one of the labor settlements in the deep chasm. Due to the unstable connection, the foreman mistakes your vessel for a winter-scale ship. One was due to arrive 9 cycles ago. The foreman grimly reports over the weak channel that the adamantine ore deposits on the world are nearly depleted, and that the planet will be fully mined out in less than a decade. With some difficulty, he picks up enough words to understand that the ship in orbit belongs to another rogue trader house, then awkwardly apologizes and falls silent. At some point, the connection cuts off completely, and you leave them to await there. Oh, I'd love some adamantine. I haven't got any. Well, let's quickly save. In the middle of this journey. You sight a ship hovering over a void station. The vessel bears no identifying marks, but the lead landing craft swarming the station below makes the situation clear. Pirates have seized an Imperial outpost. The Augurs detect that the pirate ship is warming up its engines and quickly reloading its cannons. It's preparing for battle. Attack first. They're pirates. The Emperor will not suffer pirates to live. Except for Jay, because she's one of my companions. Alright, void combat. I feel like it's been so long. I feel like it's just been so long.
Fight the foes of the rogue
and of
trader!
course, my sword class frigate helping. What do we got? We've got, oh, a couple of Viper in the background and 1 Cobra class to begin with. Okay, well, I'm going to come to here. I'm going to drop off some torpedoes to my left. I'm going to step 1 further forward, and I'm going to blast this dude. How am I hitting his right? How am I hitting his right-hand side? I do not know. Changing course, disengage from the fight. Get back here, coward.
This one's going down.
Two down. Ah, if I'd stopped 1 further back, I could have macro cannoned him too. Never mind. And we shall boost our left side shields. There you go. There comes some damage from our left hand side. Oh, looks like more torpedoes are going to all be facing the wrong way. Oh, and he dropped some torpedoes for me. How nice of him. Although, he could probably be reached by my torpedoes. Oh, not quite, but that can be sorted out. Let's take control of those torpedoes. That's point blank range. Shoot him. I'd rather not get hit by torpedoes, if I'm perfectly honest. But I think they are going to go and reach me. Although, in fact, hang on, let's go even further forward. There you go, I may have just escaped. Done. Would have been close.
Blessed are the faithful.
Oh, nice. Let's upgrade. We ended up getting some Rise Up pattern plasma batteries, I think. And a bit of scrap. Let's go ahead and upgrade. Dun, 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 dun. What do we got? Crown the Void Chip requires 50% less scrap. Improved RAM. Sanctified Restart. Restart shields now inflicts only a -2 speed reduction. When approaching an enemy, the flagship shuts down non-essential systems and starts to drift unnoticed past enemy ships. As a result, in most encounters, larger enemy vessels are surprised and act later. When using post abilities, there is a 20% chance its cooldown will be 1 round shorter. Now collects 10% more scrap. Flagship's next shot gains +2 extra range. Allows use of both abilities. Causing an enemy ship to turn. Makes the flagship act for all enemies in most encounters. I really feel like that kind of happens anyway. Go for Sanctified Restart. And, oh, we get 2. We get 2! You never told me this. I don't know what to do. Flagship's next shot gains +2 extra range. Done. Plundered Void Station. Oh, and we get to go aboard. Find out what we're going to have here.
Follow my lead.
Yeah, pirate, 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 pirate. Poisoners, thugs. Let's go and...
We must act.
I'm restless.
Go for the standard start.
We shall prevail.
I woke up with a feeling of wonder.
Let's move
As if a
slightly to
field
the
of flowers
side.
was blossoming nearby. A child
Hi,
was
guys.
saved from death.
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Okay, Cass and Argenta get to go first, but not a lot of other people do. I'm going to stick Cass in there. I think I'm going to aim to attempt to murder all of these. Ulas the Slasher. Alright, I think we've found the big guy. Oh wow, and there's loads of guys up here. Remy, the Lead Rain. Love it. Got a couple of slashers up here. Gunners. Anybody else? Nope, just a cutter. Some more cutters at the back. Oh, Gil the Psycho. Oh, absolutely love it. Yeah, so Cass is going to go there. Abelard. You're going to come in and start there. You're going to basically charge down that way. Hardor, you're going straight for... Where is he? Gil the Psycho. You can have the support of Pascal. Magenta gonna support the right-hand side, and Jay is gonna, as per usual, stay fairly central. Jump yourself in there. Well then, let's see how many people we can blow up from point 1. Can't quite get guy in the corner.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? All clad in scarlet.
Yeah, most of those guys are dead. Ulas the Slasher.
Dare you!
He is now burning. He is on fire. He has lots of things making his day worse. I really probably should have given him a lovely bit of warp curse
If you
before
insist, Lord Captain.
Oh, which zones to put where? You can
If I
have
may.
cover efficiency. Gonna
I
put
am
that
a
in there because I
navigator,
think that's where I'm
not a
going to move
servitor.
Argenta. And then front line. Have you come around there? Alrighty then. Well, there's a whole bunch of people dead anyway. I mean, most of them are a little bit further away. Yeah, no, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Let's have you come into here. Oh, there's someone hiding around the corner. We won't be having that.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Go and simply... Well, we'll mark these two as prey for now. Maybe save our last one.
Doubt is for the weak.
Someone in a bit. Let us...
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Go and set him on a little bit more fire.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Let's do a bit of run and gun. Just go and kill this guy.
Eradicated.
Then Furious Recital. Right, we'll leave it. Oh, in fact. Free single attack
As
with
the
the
Emperor
selected weapon.
commands, I act.
Oh, wow. That's great shooting. I shot over here and somehow burnt him. Can't complain about those weapon effects. Yeah, all of you start coming my way. That's fantastic. Yes, all gather up. Oh, hello, hello.
Out of my way.
Hello. I don't think they hit anybody.
Let's make it quick.
I don't think he hit anybody.
Here we go.
Genta dodged.
Let's get to it.
Like your weapon, gonna take it for myself. Dodged and a bit of damage on Pascal.
Hold on.
You can't say the same as the other guy. You can't both take my weapon. Not how it works. Let's... Let's charge it.
Watch and learn. Nothing I can't do.
Mark the target. Give him an opening. Let...
Not a problem for me. Nothing
Go
I
reckless.
can't
Well, that means he's going to set his flamer on me,
do.
but never
Already
mind.
done.
Oh no, he didn't hit me back. Have a bit of that. Abelard, come round to there.
It will be done.
And we...
At your beck and call.
No, he's just too far away. Damn it.
I will do my duty.
So let's turn on that.
I'd rather not.
Let's.
Indeed.
High momentum.
No, we're not going to give you the bonus attack. Continue to make several attacks. The number of attacks is equal to the number of prey in combat. These attacks are divided among all prey in the bounty hunter's line of sight.
Request approved. Running binaric override. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Request approved.
And I'll blanket that area with a trap. I'm going to try this. Wild Hunt. The attacks always hit and they always score.
The order is contrary to dogmatic protocols.
I'm confused.
My competences are not that universal.
All prey in the bounty hunter's line of sight and attacks always hit and score criticals.
Request denied.
Wait, so you're telling me you're only going to do melee attacks? Well, that kind of takes away a lot of this effect, doesn't it? Can't even hit both of these guys in one hit.
I am a savant of destruction.
I don't know. Let's see what this does.
I venerate you, machine spirit. Combat is an equation. Your life.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that. Really not quite sure about that. We have... four bits of movement left. Let's... we can probably just single target attack this guy.
Running by now.
He's a gunner, so he should basically run away if I haven't attacked him, and I should get him on the opportunity attack. The current weapon, yeah, it doesn't quite work with Pascal because he's... oh, whoops, that was not what I was supposed to go and hit. That's what I was supposed to go and do. Doesn't quite work with Pascal very well because he, current equipped weapon, I think it always defaults to his melee weapon. Jay, you can go and... if the enemy's killed one of the match stations allies before the beginning of the match station's next turn...
You've got a problem? I've got a price.
go mark him.
Don't get too cocky.
Go give Bahada a bit more damage. Bit
I
more
can
stats.
do that with the right incentive.
Although, damn it, wait. This guy's got the... never mind. I've stacked the wrong person with the wrong things. Go and create a new
All too
opening.
easy.
And then let's go and stab him through it.
Not a problem for me.
High momentum.
Yeah, he dead. Let's... I want these guys all to come to me because I've laid a trap. Maybe I've just laid a bad trap. In fact, yes, I can give anybody an extra turn, can't I? Let's go and give that to
Wanna see a
Abelard.
trick?
Who I'm then going to charge into this guy in the corner.
Tactics are the best ones. Grey hair, sure hand.
Grey hair, sure hand. And... yeah, let's just keep swinging.
At your beck and call. One fewer target.
Ulas the Slasher is no more.
Victory
that's-
is imminent.
Go and make sure we've got a bit more temporary hit points.
Don't get too caught.
Done.
Let's make it quick.
Oh, it's like they know there's a trap there.
Get to it.
someone.
Hello.
Hold on.
Oh wow, point blank range shooting. And no attacks of opportunity. That's unusual. Let's come to here. Yeah, we can't get the last guy, he's behind cover, that's fine. Go and greatly
I
thin
have
their
read
numbers.
tomes of military tactics. The navigator's might.
Well, they're dead.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Try to die with grace, at least.
They're dead. And let's give
Me?
Bahadur some
If you
more life
insist,
and
Lord
hope.
Captain.
We're down to just 14 enemies. I didn't actually check how many we started with, but I feel like it was well over 30. We've dropped quite a few of them. Problem is, so what have we got left? We've got 4 up here. Gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass group to get to. 6, 8, 10. I'm missing 4 somewhere. I genuinely... oh no, we've got 4 right at the back up here. And they are all slashers. They should come to me anyway. Let us come to here. Let's
Guided by faith!
go ahead and mark one more guy as prey. And let's...
Doubt is for the weak.
may as well call the bold. Let's see what
As
we
the
can do.
Emperor commands, I act.
Nice shooting.
Faith without deed. You, my Emperor!
Nice.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, come on, guys. Down you come. If you want to come to me, that would just help me out immensely.
Vital function successfully terminated.
Mwahaha.
Out of my way.
Come on, Remy the Lead Rain. I'm going to...
Suits my purpose. Nothing of
Flash this
value
guy.
has been lost.
charge against this guy.
You didn't stand a chance.
I'm going to...
Already done.
Melterate these two. And then let's just go and get some more hit points. There you go. How's that for versatility? You are kind of stuck in a corner. Let's go and get as far forward as possible.
My place is at the fore.
Kind of can't really get
It will be done.
taunting shout on, unfortunately. Go ahead and
Indeed.
endure.
We'll
Yeah,
rule
let's
the
give this
stars
guy-
themselves.
Give Abe the heroic attack. I'm gonna go right into the back line.
At your beck and call.
Let's go heroic. Let's brace for
Someone else
impact.
can do this.
And let's swing
It
away.
will be done. The more, the better.
All right then. Come back to here.
Victory is imminent.
Let's start taking out Lemmy the lead
It will
rain.
be done.
2 out of 3 leaders are dead. Pascal, Pascal, Pascal. I mean, theory dictates kill the gunner. However, let's just kill the gunner.
The scriptural prognos, the Omnissiah
Seven.
condemns you.
Can we see? We can. Go ahead and simply weaken him a little bit. We'll just leave it at that, really. Jay. Let's go ahead and
You've got a problem. I've got a price.
let's command
Am I getting
Argenta.
paid for this?
Then you can apparently see him from. I don't know how,
God
but sure.
Emperor, move through me!
Go and
Be
stick
the
you by
fire
there.
in my heart!
Let us inspire. Oof. Tough choices. Tough choices. Oh, I should have increased my own damage.
I can do that with the right incentive. Tell me, and it's
Haha, have a bit of that. And let's just go and inspire
don't get too
Bajado.
cocky.
Why not?
Let's make it quick.
What a great inspirational speech. Don't get too cocky. Oh, did you see that dodge? It was beautiful. Let's come to here. I'm sure I can probably help out against this guy. I can.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Judging by the crazy lines of sight we have going on. Wow, he took a lot of damage.
If I may, another foe painted black.
Okay, all 3 leaders are dead. Let's go ahead and...
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Nothing of value has been lost.
Bajado cut down that guy. You come round here. Let's...
As the Emperor commands, I act.
see what we can do. Yeah, not bad.
I'll do it.
Get some run and gun on the go.
Rejoice in battle!
Let's get the flamer out. We do love the flamer.
Show me what you've got!
Come on, guys. Everyone gather round. They didn't gather round enough. That's not how it works.
Indeed.
Okay, let's go and turn that on. Let's go
At your beck and
and
call.
make this dangerous.
I
go
will
and
do my
endure.
duty.
And then let's simply swing away.
It will be done. Like the aftermath of an orbital strike.
Hang on. Have we got that? Did he just say, lock me up, I'm like an orbital strike? Is that what I just heard? Yeah, we're just kind of gonna cycle through and...
As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak.
Let's switch weapon. Let's do...
Power resides in the will of the righteous.
Heroic act.
Low momentum.
I'll do it.
Low momentum.
Is why I was chosen.
It's alright, let's go
As
and
the
raise that
Emperor
momentum.
commands, strike is a prayer.
Done. Hotbed of Xeno heresy. Purged.
None shall stand in
goods
my
to
way.
speak of? Oh, we get a Ranger's Visor. Aldari equipment, however. Going through the secret passageway. Oh, there's nothing even in here?
A new challenge for me?
Oh, did this just take me back to the beginning? Oh, okay. Oh, whoops. Clicked on the wrong one.
I did fine.
Yes, you did. You're a great rogue trader. Don't let anybody... don't let anybody tell you otherwise. No goods to pick up, so to speak of. Nope.
Victory awaits!
Nope. Nothing left lying around, it seems. Return to my void ship. We'll pick up all of the junk when we leave. We have a bolt pistol. Kari clave. Nullifying shotgun. Nice. Unstable flamer. Nice. Radiant chest plate. Very nice. Gunslinger's helmet. Oh, I like some of this equipment. Turns out their leaders had robbed a few good bits and bobs. Let's go and have a quick look. Star just in the background. Looks fantastic. This is heavy armor. Oh, she only wears medium, but the dodge penalty still goes down. She doesn't have heavy armor proficiency, unfortunately. How about me? No, the armor's a little bit worse. Deflection's a little bit better. +2 deflection against area attacks against non-human enemies. +7 fellowship, -5% dodge. Whoa. Don't want that. What's the point? We haven't equipped Pascal in his beautiful Fortress World Origin armor. So we've gone from 43% armor and 1 deflection to 75% armor and 6 deflection. Now that is an upgrade. I'm very happy he's still got the cloak on. I would have been very disappointed if that disappeared. Fortress World Origin Tempestus Carapace. That is much better armor. Much, much better. We have a couple of bolt pistols. It's not quite the deadly precision. We do have a couple of bolt pistols. That can be added to cargo. Yeah, no, unfortunately the only person that wears heavy armor is Abelard. Well, I don't know. It's okay. What does it look like out of curiosity? Oh, it looks ugly, actually. I think I prefer kind of dressed as some kind of a pirate. And we also grabbed ourselves a new flamer, unstable flamer. Oh, it's not got anywhere near as much good damage. It's however got bold flames, which is a nice area attack. Damage is so much lower, though. I mean, if I was gonna go for that, I would probably lean into my heavy flamer. Which again is just better. And the area of effect damage also looks bigger. And then we grabbed... What else did we grab? We got a nullifying shotgun. Using a multi-melter. I might actually give you a shotgun. Opposed to the arc rifle, if I'm honest. And... Oh, yes. And the gunslinger's helm. I mean, I don't think so. Yeah, let's keep pinpoint visor. And let's go back to the void. That's another rumor dealt with. Those pirates are not going to be bothering anybody anymore. Unending war. Sully was asking where she could find you. I sent her to your study. You can expect... Okay, then. Turns out we've opened a whole new set of dialogue for ourselves. We did, This is our fault. There's no denying it. It's our fault. Lord Captain, could you spare a moment to discuss a personal matter? Cassie's less than graceful movements betray her anxiety. She lowers her eyes slightly and fidgets with a satin handkerchief as she waits for your answer. You may call me by my name. I may, but I will not. I would not wish to overstep any boundaries around anyone, let alone the rogue trader himself. What is the personal matter? I'm rather embarrassed to ask you about something like this, but last I was here, I noticed a curious tome on the shelves of your personal library. Rather heavy-looking volume, bound in a worn, gilded cover with the symbol of the Adeptus Ministorum on it. Martyrdom of Saint Visteria, I believe it was... On the shelves, and the satin handkerchief slips out of her fingers. Oh. Cassie takes a quiet breath of frustration, but does not escape your notice that her ruby eyes are intently observing your reaction. Ooh. Pick up the handkerchief, bring it to your lips, and then return it to Cassia. Let's do this. Let's do this. The soft fabric tickles your lips, and the subtle scent envelops you like a thin veil. Cassie accepts the handkerchief with a nod of gratitude and, for the first time, gives you a brief look filled with warmth and affection. Thank you, Lord Captain. I believe I should return to my chambers now. I could escort you. I don't know. I feel like you almost have to court her as a lady. What about the book? And swiftly leaves. She graces you with a half-hidden smile and swiftly leaves the study. Bow, bow, bow. I truly don't. Well, I don't mean as it completely ignorant you, but I really don't know what's going on. Like, am I just supposed to like overstep bounds? Is like, do I really have to push it or something? Like, I don't know. I feel like we're dancing a dance. It's very confusing. Right, now let's actually go back to what we're doing. We do need to go back to Foulstone. Unfinished event, word bearers. Oh. Well, hopefully that doesn't collapse into absolute anarchy whilst we're exploring this area of space, because I don't want to have to come all the way back here. That's a save. There are projections from the warp. Begin scan. There's an ancient bunker. We'll come back for you. I feel like that's going to be a full event. Last Steel 2, we'll ignore that. Adamantine 2, we'll take it. I'll take the cash, collect all goods, and what do we have here? The sight before you has excited the officer corps, who are delighted to witness the truly majestic end of this planet through the huge windows on the bridge. One of the many nameless worlds throughout the expanse. An unknown reason caused the planet to break into several uneven parts, but its strong magnetic field is still preventing them from drifting into the cold abyss of space. Planet's hard inner core has remained almost untouched as thousands of explosions take place under its shell of hard metals light up the world's heart from inside. Your could detect several ruined extractiums on the broken planet's surface. Their analysis shows somebody used to mine adamantine here, but abandoned the deposit after the catastrophe. Most of the machines are damaged beyond repair, but the tech adepts claim one of the complexes can be restored if the rogue trader has the required parts and equipment. Provide the technicians with the scrap to repair the extractium. A few dozen time bows later, the Lord Captain is informed that the repair crew is suffering from unrelenting headaches, most likely caused by the oppressive magnetic field of this world. However, the machines have been successfully repaired, and the extraction of adamantine may continue if the Lord Captain wishes. Of course, the mine needs to be staffed with a squad of working servitors and a maintenance brigade doomed to endure the endless pain caused by the magnetic storm. Sure. You leave part of the crew to extract adamantine for the Von Valencia's protectorate. Those fortunate to escape such a fate fervently pray for the lives of their friends and family, hoping to find them in good health should they be reunited someday. Got 3 more. I'm up to 6. Love it. Oh, this looks like a lovely blue planet. Well, actually, those look like green clouds. Let's go ahead and save. Why do I feel like projection from the warp will be faster than the Oasis 5? When the rogue trader ship draws near the unidentified celestial body, the machine spirits on every deck from the captain's bridge to the cargo holds become frantic. The engines are refusing to cooperate, sending the void ship hurtling toward the epicenter of the anomaly like an arrow toward a target. You awake after unsettled sleep to find yourself lying on a stiff cardboard mat. You're overcome with a strange sense of wrongness. The place is dark and reeks of body odor. Somebody elbows you under the ribs and grabs you by the collar, spitting abuse. It is an enforcer patrolling the void ship, and she is clearly displeased. Punch the woman in the face and run away. You wrestle out of the enforcer's grip with ease, punch the woman in the nose, turn around and flee into the darkness of unknown passages. After taking yet another turn, you look over your shoulder and see if you are being pursued, and you notice a sign on the bulkhead. Bay Theta 54, the lower decks. Intelligence, agility, find a service score message to inform the bridge of your whereabouts. Talk to the locals to learn about everyday life on the lower decks. The locals offer friendly smiles as soon as they see you. Perhaps it is your appearance. Staring hazily back at you out of a glass bulkhead is a shaggy, sooty-faced, worn-out tramp in rags. A face not all that different from those of your new friends. At any rate, no one is trying to hurt you. You are told a couple of amusing stories about local life, the almighty Lord Captain, and the monsters that frighten people every now and then. And when the entire ship shakes, the red lumens flash overhead. The ragged people, who have thoroughly enjoyed your pleasant company, walk with you to the bay supervisor's cabin. The workers ask the supervisor to report a stray noble from the upper decks. You poise and manners do not make you stand out from the humble denizens of the lower decks. When you're restored to the bridge, the Vox Master gives praise to the Emperor of Humanity and explains that you were trapped in an anomaly that made the people on the ship inexplicably trade places. A rescue squad was dispatched at once to retrieve your lordship, but your friends from the lower decks have already helped the Lord Captain back to where he belongs. Okay. That was odd. And I think so this is going to be the rumor of the unending war, I only assume. Yes, down we go. See what we can do. It looks like an unending war that we're coming into. Obey, do your part. Oh. What's going on? We're coughing our lungs out. Melting venom.
I will endure.
What is melting venom? Okay, it doesn't actually show me. None of us actually have an effect on us.
I won't tolerate weakness.
The upper limit for the concentrate.
Master door is dotted with small chips, scratches, and bullet marks. There is no sign of any hinges, levers, or anything resembling a lock. There's a dusty panel built into the wall to the right. As you approach, the cracked screen starts to flicker faintly. Force access using the control panel. Little patience, and you hear the tired clicking of mechanisms from beyond the wall. It all opens slowly with a groan. Mummified corpse has its arms outstretched towards the exit. On the soldier's neck is a broken respiratory adorned with the Imperial Aguila. Yellowish gas is slowly seeping through the rusted air ducts. Words on the sign are barely legible. Facility 17... something defense forces. Would that be planetary by any chance? Back use 100% Pascal.
Operation successful.
My faith shields
I'll
me.
lay claim to the stars. What is that?
I better myself through my service.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
My success is irrefutable.
Too bad I
certainty.
never leave debts unpaid.
Control panel. Error, insufficient power. Okay, well I just went and repaired the Vox, but I don't know what that's just gone and done for me.
I'm not injured. I'm enraged.
Worn seal. The worn golden seal adorned with intricate patterns. Someone has deliberately scraped the coat of arms off the handle. Interesting.
This explorator is blessed with
Enjoy your
multifunctionality.
luck while you still draw breath.
Okay, we
Pain cleanses the body.
decontamination shower, a rare sight.
None shall stand in my way.
A rare sight on this planet right now. I mean, look at the place.
Is that my blood?
Officer key.
Damage is negligible.
Damage is adding up, is what damage is.
You'll regret this.
The machine guard grants me insight.
Trust a river store and drinking water.
Okay, now I'm really riled up.
Boeing's an ancient but wholly typical console intended for use by people not trained in the mysteries of administrating to the machine spirits. The console stays completely silent, but as you approach, you sense the warmth emanating from its metallic casing, a telltale sign that the machine is working. A reverent bow, chanted by an area of launch priming. The spirit of the machine embodies resilience and indomitability. In this den of decay and entropy, it still does it reign over this place. Water supply system failed, reason unknown. Temperature and humidity control system failed, reason unknown. Energy regulation system unknown error, warning, backup generator connected. Oxygen supply system failed, warning, air filters damaged. Warning, defense system failure. Activate the emergency. Request denied, the air duct system malfunction detected. Activate automated defense, insufficient power. Step away from the cogitator. Okay, I've got an old valve.
That was insulting.
Valve is required to regulate the flow.
My faith shields me. I'm not injured. I'm enraged.
Victory awaits.
Stop hitting me, Ashmag.
I don't feel like I did
We
anything.
need to investigate.
Goods on the floor.
Pain cleanses the body.
348 years ago, our ancestors arrived in this blooming world, built the cities of the manufacturers, and founded here a society free from heresy and fear. With the immortal Emperor of Humanity, Warden of Light, saw fit to test our faith. A great war tore open a rift between our ancestors, dividing them into two factions and turning the world into a boundless battlefield. Each day we fought the enemy so that our children could see the dawn of a new era, an era without blood, pain, and tears. Brave people, living and dead. Hang on, let's make this a bit bigger. Paved with their bodies the road to our future, and one day the skies answered our prayers. The great star allies descended from the darkness of the cosmos and bestowed upon our great army the doomsday weapon, and so we brought righteous anger upon our foes and ended the centuries-long war and welcomed the dawn of the new era. The universe will hardly notice our deed, but the God Emperor sees all. We, children of the great nation, must dedicate ourselves to this sacred mission. To survive and revivify this world as the most beautiful flowers are revivified from ashes. And hence do not despair, sons and daughters of the Imperium, for our star allies are behind us, and the God of humanity is with us. I know that help is coming, and soon the skies overhead will shine once more.
I won't tolerate weakness.
What advice do you seek?
None whatsoever, Abe. None whatsoever.
Something of interest.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Never doubt me.
Too bad I never
Little
lived
crates of
that
dry
one, Abe.
ration survived.
Follow my lead.
Oh, wow. Oh, door control panel. Let's try that. Error, insufficient power.
Injured. I'm enraged.
Okay, how are we doing? We're not doing too bad on health still
Curse you,
yet.
miscreant!
We've got a bit of time in us. Old key.
I've suffered worse.
Unknown officer's diary. I'm tired. How long has it been since Doomsday? I think it was 36th year when the heretical cholera wiped out half of our people, including the old bookkeeper. Helgar. Time has stood still for us since. It was so long ago. What a convenient solution to the overpopulation problem. The commanders think we bought this coincidence. Moron. Still, when I look in the mirror, I see my father. The same wrinkles by my eyes, grey temples, which means that I'm over 60. And we've been underground for longer than half a century. No sky, no sun, no joy. And no hope. If that damned propagandist scribe tells me one more time that I must not lose faith, I will make him eat his own tongue. Sure, we were once so certain that we had won. The weapon of the great ally boggled the mind. I still remember how the skies shook before me and my ma and the father were evacuated to this wretched bunker. But where has it led us? When I took over my father's post at the comm station, I learned that we had long since lost all communication with the other PDF bases, and the stars respond to our calls with silence. These days we don't hear any bombs land outside, but things are still restless in the old bunker. First a water purifier failed, then the fire in the Medicae unit, rats chewed holes in the exposure suits, and now we can't go to the surface anymore. Are these accidents, or have we had a saboteur in our midst all these years? I'll keep an eye on the troops. I don't believe in miracles, but we still have enough supplies on the low levels to last us another 50 years or so. If Yuld can finally sort the air duct problem, that is. The next time we meet, I should ask how the repairs are going.
A new challenge for me.
I will endure. My faith shields me.
Okay, so we have insufficient power.
You'll regret this.
Just a minor setback.
And we do have... oh, these two, which I don't actually even seem to be able to react with anymore. Water supply system, unknown, unknown, unknown. Oxygen supply system failed. System check, process and input data, data confirmed, compressor launch in progress, pressure levels nominal. Encountered, insufficient power, boot and emergency energy profile, success, pressurizing facility, success, boot and compressor, success, emergency air filters activated, automated defense systems activated. With your permission, I would extract the command blocks of this noble machine to hold a vigil for its deceased spirit. The Omnissiah preserve the faithful. Okay, we are no longer melting. There's that at least. Our health has all returned to normal. We have, however, activated the defense systems. Door control panel.
You left the Novus Imperialis to serve the rogue trader. Do you ever regret it, Seneschal?
No, I do not regret it in the least. Serving in the Imperial Navy is a fine thing to do. But it was only under Lady
Excellent cause the
Theodora
elevator
that
shaft
I
collapse,
truly
reaching the
felt
levels
the
at the point would require
significance of what I was
sending
doing.
a mining team.
Let us see what I found.
Good, and a Vox with the Winterscale emblem. Been 100 cycles, and these idiots are still none the wiser about who they saved from the storm. Going back to my camp is no longer an option. Damned rats chewed through the protective suit, and these people are out of repair materials. There are some decent people here, just civilians like my mother. This one girl, Zimmy, even made a habit of coming by in the after hours. She asked me to teach her the letters so she can write to her father, who went to the surface 2 turns ago. Foolish child, the war has taken its toll on both sides. Hold on, am I sympathizing with the enemy? Better put a stop to this. I was finally allowed entry to the upper levels, and lo and behold, what did I find there? The same supply crates as those gifted to our lords by the Star Allies. The same rations as we've been eating, the same weapons as we've been fighting with, so our lives have simply been toyed with. If Winterscale has betrayed us, I must report this to the command, no matter the cost. Got my hands on a cutter and decommissioned a few blocks of explosives. No one noticed a thing. Arrived the Archivist with a dozen rations. Now I just need to get the schematics for the life support systems. Rats brought disease from the surface, and the medical unit is packed. Just the right time for a quick short circuit. Zimmy drank the poisoned water and vomited a lot of blood. The schematics were inaccurate. Now I know for certain which pipes go to the living module and which go to the barracks. The senior comm officer suspects something. It's time. Well, it looks like someone sawed off the emergency stairs and tried to conceal the damage. It looks like it was a Winterscale who
Victory awaits.
went and destroyed everything. Several crates of dry rations. I have to try and remember where everything was now. I'm sure there was one or two other things that did need power. This is the power room. Had emergency showers.
It's about time.
Ah yes, there was this door as well. Oh, we have some goods in the corner. Open this control panel.
Halt. I noticed something.
Very much halt. Come just into the entrance.
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows.
Starts humming to herself. Down the trap.
The Emperor favors me today.
Done. Grab some goods. Oh, we got a Sworn Protector, Iconoclast Adherent, two-handed range weapon light. Oh, we picked up these goods. Like the goods that keep on giving.
I won't tolerate
Logic
weakness.
100% chance. Go Pascal.
My success
A
is
few parchments bearing the
irrefutable,
Winterscale seal contain
certainty.
plans for military operations and a mention of the Doomsday weapon. Okay. So again, we 100% know it was Winterscale. So yeah, so unending.
None shall stand in my way.
Unending war is basically over. Chow, a rare site for regular planetary forces. Its purpose is to eliminate harmful agents. Oh, and we have another door here, which I missed.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Rosen was merciless to these old Imperial bayonet chainsaws and las guns. Okay, well, we've gone and grabbed a whole bunch of equipment.
Follow my lead.
As well as we did grab a few little bits and bobs by the looks of it. Sergeant at Arms steel. Hang on, no, everything. Our latest equipment. And okay, looks like this control panel.
A new
And
challenge
let's
for
get
me?
back out to that ship. Through the... Oh. Of course, we did activate
More enemies to
I'll
face
live
judgment.
another day.
the
We
security
are truly blessed
systems.
this day.
Go and stick Cass in there. Ardor. Abelard. Jantar, come this way. Escale, come this way. And Jay, come this way. Let us...
Isn't this a job for the
wait.
serfs?
Should have... Let's...
I am a navigator, not a servitor. If I may,
And let's
isn't this a job for the serfs?
go and give Bahada a bit of hope.
I will endure.
Yeah, you will. Our penetration not much better.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Mark them both as prey.
As the Emperor commands,
Oh.
I act.
Oh, there's 4 of them. Well, I wasn't paying any attention, was I? Let's go
I'll do
cold
it.
bold. Go over penetration. Let's mark someone else's
Doubt
prey.
is for the weak.
Let's
As the Emperor, this is why I was chosen.
do almost no damage. Let's switch weapon. That does even less, I think.
You, my Emperor.
0 damage.
I'll do it.
To 6.
As the Emperor, this is why I was chosen.
At least, I don't know, the flamer cooks some
Doubt is for the weak.
of the internal systems or some such. Wow. Like you just don't like Pascal or something. He's gonna come point blank range with them. We are going to... We'll mark the last one as prey. We're going to... Going away.
Messiah, no, I venerate you, machine spirits.
And then machine spirit banishment. That's Pascal. Come to here. And let's...
All too easy.
Oh, damn it! I keep clicking the wrong thing.
Suits my purpose. Nothing I can't do.
Ooh, 8 damage. 0 to 1 damage.
Suits my purposes.
Go and activate this, and then let's hit this turret a little bit harder. Armor, 125%. Is that all?
Injured. I'm impressed.
That is how you dodge a weapon from point blank range.
Follow my lead. Victory is imminent.
And 2 Sour Raiders around the Vanguard. Yeah, that'll work.
Indeed. I've suffered worse.
What? It's just because Pascal's behind him. Pascal wasn't behind him, that wouldn't have happened. They want to kill Pascal secretly. Embedded within them.
It will be done.
Although that's actually pointless. Let's
I'm not interested.
get a bit more health. Go and
You've
mark
got
that
a
enemy.
problem, I've got a price.
Let's go and
Don't
give
get too
another
cocky.
go. Pascal, who is
Request approved.
not going to lower that armor quite yet.
My vow is to serve.
Oh, 1 health remaining. That's just rude.
Tell me, and give me fight.
Get out of town. Let's.
They'll write legends about me.
As the
Move
tactical
up.
imperative dictates.
Let's basically use Pascal to strip the armor off this guy. From 125 down to 62. That is more manageable.
That is an equation. Your life is a negligible variable. Operations successfully terminated.
Beautiful. And then
Don't get too cocky.
the
Emperor,
Cass
give me strength.
come and put herself back behind some cover. Gonna soul burn this guy. Oh wait, I should have
Me?
walk cursed
If you
him
insist,
first.
Lord Captain.
And let's see if we can set him on fire.
I'll do it.
Move forward, let's concentrate fire. Let's
As the
some armor
Emperor commands,
penetration.
I act. Faith
bit more
without
damage.
deeds is worthless.
and let's see if we can actually do something.
do it.
Ooh. 54 damage. Nice.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
We get it?
Nothing can escape
we
the
can.
Emperor's judgment.
It's about time.
Get ourselves off this planet and its burny, melty horribleness. Turn to the void ship. Okay. Ooh. Well, that was a fun planet. Lord Captain, the crew that was sent to the surface reports that they have cleared the collapsed passages leading to the lower levels. After exploring the abandoned rooms, they discovered valuable cargo that has been brought aboard. Uniform, kit, provisions, and ranged weapons. Alright, well that was lots of fun. Of course, we had to get rid of all of debris, etc. And we had to get rid of those defense systems, because they were a bit gnarly. Okay, let's quickly travel down here. Fire broke out on one of the decks during the warp voyage. The raging disaster consumed the entire chamber, destroying precious cargo and damaging the interior plating. Okay, so nothing much. Dargona's colony event requires Lord Captain's attention if there are not enough resources. Okay, so we've got a problem with Dargonas and Foulstone now. We'll try to do Foulstone first. Because... wow, we got a twin star going on here. Look at this. Doesn't look like there's much going on in this star system. We'll have a quick scan. Not explored. Concentrate screen highlights the shapes of several buildings. A small settlement, the only one on the planet, is a Windskull Dynasty outpost. Visit the outpost. After an empty descent to the planet, you are awarded with a dismal sight. The entire outpost consists of long columns of uniform bunkhouses, machine hangars, and a large headquarters topped with the massive antenna of an ancient voxcaster. The binary suns hanging in the sky make every object cast 2 shadows, a spectacle you find vaguely disturbing. The custodian and his people go out of their way to give you, the esteemed guest, a proper reception, but their resources are scarce at best. Talk to the custodian. The custodian shares alarming news. The outpost is highly dependent on various deliveries from the core Winterscale worlds, but 2 ships have already failed to arrive on schedule. The locals do not have an astropath of their own, so the custodian cannot determine the cause of the delays or request aid. The outpost will soon run out of food at this rate, so the custodian sends an urgent request for provisions. He is begging for your help, offering what little his settlement has in exchange. Free to help in the future. Should you have the necessary resources, supply the outpost with the provisions it needs. Items received: a needle rifle. Okay. And some cargo. The return journey treats you to a rare and unexpected spectacle. An eclipse begins as one of the 2 local suns covers the other. You watch as the temperature drops, the lighting changes, and double shadows vanish. The 2 discs in the sky merge, forming a shimmering oval, and then become one. Eventually, the fantastic event passes, leaving behind a vivid memory. Interesting. Look at it. I mean, it's an interesting sight to see, eh? Living on a twin planet system. We have double plasteel. I would often watch the prison population on a small planetoid from Yak 5's observatory. Looking at the celestial body now, I begin to think that all such entities are alike. The crew are treated to a truly impressive sight, a colossal storm on the gas giant's surface. The planet's dimensions in themselves were mind-boggling, and then it birthed a tempest, a storm to end all storms. As the Lord Captain and his officers observed it from a safe distance through the bridge's huge viewing windows, someone suggested giving it a name, and the Emperor's wrath garnered the most votes. Some in the crew believed the storm to be an omen. Omen of great things. That's why it's called the Emperor's wrath. All of the Emperor's enemies shall bow before him as he rises from the throne and retakes to the cosmos in a glorious new great campaign. If only, hey? If only. Right, back to the Chronos Expanse map. You heard it here first. You heard it here first, folks. The Emperor is coming back. A new great crusade shall burn through the stars. Chart new systems. Okay, we did get one more thing, and so we do need to go to Foulstone. Now... You're gonna make me go all the way round, aren't you? I mean, look at the way round. It's horrible. What we're gonna do is we're gonna travel to here. We have colony events going off everywhere. We're gonna go deal with those. His thoughts are interrupted by a timid knock on the door. Bow, bow, bow. Okay, if we are gonna get plunged straight into a conversation, aren't we? Let's say, the stream has unfortunately come to end. I was just going to run my way to Foulstone so we can start there next turn, but unfortunately there was a timid knock on my door. And it is the giant beast of Nurgle! I don't quite think so. Oh, why, hello. Oh, maybe it is. What's going on? The young servant in fine livery quickly bows to you and places a peculiar object on your desk. A transparent dome with a living flower inside. The serf captain gestures at the flower, and the voxcaster built into its rotary system lets out a crackle of static. I was entrusted to deliver this gift to the Lord Captain only. Intelligence. Failed. Huh. Lore Imperium test failed. What the sender of such an unusual gift meant to achieve, it remains unclear. I think General Damrock should be able to assist you with his expertise in articles of such rarity. The sender's intentions by listening in on personal communication channels on the ship's officers. Okay, well, I failed that completely. I think glinting off the polished skull of some unknown Xenos. Okay, to the void ship bridge. Can we not just go back to the Expanse map, please? Back to the map, please. Well, there are unknown things happening. And I am too dumb and not that well versed in Imperial lore to know what any of them are. I'll make this route a little bit safer. Of course, when I say a little bit, I meant a little bit. No perils of the warp prevented the vessel from returning to real space. Just took a little bit of damage. Let's quickly save. Let's quickly keep pushing ourselves to our target. Warp-foul entities pierced the thin veil of the Geller field and spawned unimaginable beasts of unnatural hues. The Vox systems are picking up the crewman's screams. We shall use... We removed the presence of any such foul beasts. Foulstone, World Bearers have an event on the go. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to end the stream there. We have pushed our way to Foulstone. We also need to now push our way to Dargonus. Lord Captain, the Aspect Choir have caught glimpses of horrifying visions coming from Phobos 6. Something has breached the colony from underground. Soon after a new sector of deep tunnels had been put into operation, it was overrun by monsters. They lurk in the darkness, swarm in the shadows, attack quietly, and leave nothing in their wake, consuming flesh, plasteel, and rockcrete. The churring of 1,000 claws heralds their approach, and desperate cries can be heard in the silence of the tunnels. Praise be to the Golden Throne, these creatures do not seem to be interested in getting to the surface. However, they have received several active mines and are doing Emperor only knows what. You'll win Carapace Fragment, Master of the Inferno. All allies gain plus 10% demolition and deal plus 10% more fire damage. Hey, not terrible. Carapace Fragment. This item negates all energy damage dealt to the wearer, but it cannot occur more than 3 times per combat. What are those creatures? None who face them have survived to tell the tale. Fighting workers call them a swarm because they crawl along the tunnel like a wave. They say that the enemies are vast in numbers and are insect-like. One of the workers who was lucky to survive the attack has since come to the surface. The horror drove him mad, but he had a wrench covered with strange engravings. The pattern was exactly the same as the one that the mad convicts had been etching into the walls. Advisors. The threat is unknown. Establishing the nature of the threat is the top priority. Collateral losses are insignificant. Requesting authorization to coordinate an offensive operation to be carried out by penal battalions in order to determine the nature of the attack. We have to block off this threat and protect the people. To do this, we must blow up the tunnels, but to make sure that the plan works, it has to be done in zones currently occupied by this unknown enemy. I'm sure that a dozen brave men can be found in the colony, ones willing to accept the grace of martyrdom and descend into the darkness with explosives. Pascal gets me Carapace Fragment. It'll toss me 1 people. Choose the convict and we get Master of Inferno. Otherwise, it would have cost me a Prometheum. I'm going to choose the convicts ready to atone for their misdeeds through the honor of martyrdom. Heed my words. Thank you all very much. Make sign of Aguila with their hands. A dozen martyrs wearing explosive vests have descending into the darkness. Belief carries them towards their gracious death in his name. A series of tremors shook the mines, and the monstrous roars of crumbling earth filled the empty tunnels. Clouds of toxic smoke have erupted from the depths of the mines. The blockage of stone and dirt has separated people from these terrible invaders, whoever they were. Completed. Test of Wills. Trophies. People times 6. And that is... Oh, except for maybe some underground workers. I'll get plasteel times 3, which I'm not fussed on. The Lord Captain's presence is required. And so that is... Where are we? That's not Dargonus. This is Dargonus. New outpost. And... here we have scrap code. And so like I said, we're going to leave it there. We need to visit Battlestone because some word bearers think that they can come and invade my colony and get away with it. So we're going to go in and kick some word bearers in their non-existent gonads? Not quite sure. But on that, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, we've come to the end. Thank you all very much for joining me. It's a pleasure, as always, to stream for you. And until next time, I hope that you can stay safe